and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about some plants that are just not growing for me. They've been stuck for a little while now and I don't know what to do, but I wanted to share it because this is absolutely normal, especially during winter times. It is totally okay for plants to stop growing, but also in order to seek advice, because maybe I could be doing something a little bit better with them to help them on their growing journey, because as of right now they are doing little to nothing. So that's what's happening today. If you're new here and you don't know me already, hi, my name is Emma and I make houseplanty content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanty journey and maybe learn something along the way, stick around, watch some more of my videos, and subscribe to my channel. If you're not new here, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. Let's get on into it. So, where to begin? I think I'm gonna begin with this one. So this is my Philodendron El Choco Red. And I got this one from like a literal single leaf cutting. It might have even been this bottom leaf here. Sorry, it's quite hard to hold this. Oh, that's better. It might have been this leaf here, but I got it from a single leaf cutting, and since then it has done something. There are new leaves, but for the past like 6 or maybe even more months, I've just noticed that it is not doing anything. I did end up transferring it to soil from semi-hydro because I had it in semi-hydro for a while, and I was hoping that like this little spike here would actually put something out, but it's just not. And given it is not in the brightest of spots, so that could be part of the issue. It could be not getting enough light, but I feel like I treat it how I treat all my other philodendrons. Like my Philodendron Glorious that used to be here, it's now in my bedroom. But I treat it like that, and that one's growing really, really well. And this one is just, it's just not. And so I just, yeah. I love this plant, and I really, really, really want to see it succeed because, like, look at those cool red backs of the leaves, and they're so velvety and soft. This is like the newest leaf on it, and I guess this has come in since November time, because I did spray on my plants with the sulfur fungicide. That is what the white spots are on all of my plants. They're going to be on all of them because that's just what I'm dealing with right now. It's a pest treatment, so disclaimer, that's there. But I guess this has come out since November time, but normally philodendrons go a little bit faster for me, and this one just is not. And maybe it's a new location situation and I need to put it somewhere that maybe gets a bit more light. Maybe I can think about putting it in here instead. But yeah, where it currently is in my home, it's not doing anything. Next, we have this little guy. So this is my Hoya compacta variegata. And I'm pretty sure it has looked exactly like this for the entire time that I've had it. I think it maybe grew a tiny, tiny little bit, but I cannot tell the difference. And I don't know if it's just because it's a slow grower and it grows all crumpled up, or if it's because it had pests, because this one did have flat mites at one point, and I have since, I think, been able to get rid of them. I haven't seen any on it in a little while. Maybe they're hiding deep down in there, but I have treated it and I don't think I see any now. So maybe it's that, but I was hoping, because a lot of my other Hoyas since I have done the treatment have like popped off with their new growth, whereas this one has just sat and continued to do nothing. So I'm really unsure about how to proceed with this one. Maybe they are just a bit slower than some other Hoyas tend to be, but I don't know. It's in my cabinet at the minute, the Millsbow, and so it's getting grow light on it like over 12 hours a day, and I thought that it would like that because like Hoyas do tend to like a little bit brighter of light, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't have any conclusions with any of these plants because I don't know, because they're not growing that great, and yeah, they're not growing fantastic, so I can't tell you why. Because if I knew why, I would solve it and they would grow better. But alas, here we are, still not doing fantastically. So, yeah, I don't know how to end each one of these plants. This next one is an Alocasia Regal Shield. And I was under the impression that the Alocasia Regal Shield would grow up and just like, boom. I'm gonna insert some pictures from Instagram here because they just like get huge, like massive plants. And this one has just been stuck in the one leaf club for ages. It has stayed so small. Like, this is not a big leaf. It's beautiful. I love the coloring on it. It's like not quite velvety. It's smoother than velvet is, more like soft leather kind of vibes. But I thought it was gonna grow so big and beautiful, and it's just done nothing for me. And like, you can see that the like stem it's got is quite big, so I feel like it has the potential, but it's just not doing it. And this one is getting loads of light. It's under one of my Grow Gang bulbs, and it's getting essentially direct light most of the day. Maybe, is that too much for it? Should I lower the light on this one? It's also in semi-hydro, which I think it loves. Maybe the answer is I should take a look at the roots or something, because maybe that's a sign of a bigger issue down the line. But I'm struggling with it, and I really want to grow it so well because they're so beautiful. But something about it is just not working, and I'm on the struggle bus with it. Oh, is that a pest? No, okay. Just a bit of like dust. Not a pest. I thought it might be a thrip, but it's not. I mean, also this one has been near plants that had spider mites, and it might have had spider mites at some point, but I got rid of the spider mites. I haven't seen any on it since, so that could also be a potential part of the problem. But I'm just gonna continue struggling with it, and we will see how it goes down the line, and if it grows well or not. This one. This is my Philodendron Tortum, and I do not know what the heck is going on. So all of these spots are the sulfur spots. Absolutely fine and normal. But all of the leaves seem to be going this yellowy color. No matter what happens with them, they go all yellow. And it's really annoying because I want to love this plant so badly. It is such a cool one. I think it's so fun and weird and whimsical, but it's just doing nothing for me. And like, even like the newest growth, it looks so pathetic compared to the size of some of the previous ones. And this one's also getting a whole heck of a lot of light too. It's getting 12 hours a day from my mother grow light, and I do tend to keep it like hydrated enough as far as I know. So I'm just checking the soil now. I mean, it could use the water now, but I don't feel like I'm leaving it to be dehydrated. I don't think it's like bone dry or anything to the point where that could be causing the problem. And I genuinely do not think it's pests either. I have checked this one over so many times because I've been noticing it go yellow. I've been checking it like fairly regularly because I'm like, oh, maybe I just missed it last time. Maybe this time I'll actually find the the pest on it. And I've just not been able to see anything. So it's a shame. It makes me want to get rid of this plant altogether. I have tried Tortums before and they've just not done well for me in general. So I'm thinking maybe this might be a plant that I need to give up on entirely, which is a massive shame because they're so cool. They're so spooky and weird and fun. But I mean, if I can't get it to grow well, then like, what's the point? Another Hoya that is growing incredibly slowly for me, way slower than I would expect, is this one. This is the Hoya Clenora. And somewhere around the end of last year, it did put out some new leaves on it, on both of the cuttings, because there's like technically 2 different cuttings in here. And I thought all was going well. This was originally an import, and so I knew it might take a minute to do anything because of that, and I figured once these leaves came out, it would be fine. I was also hoping these leaves would like grow a little bit bigger, because compared to the like bottom leaves, they are itty bitty. But it just hasn't done anything since, and I don't really know what to do about it. I've currently got it in my Acrobar cabinet, and I thought it would like it in there because it's getting Soltech Grow Light a good bunch of the day, but that grow light is not the brightest, so maybe I need to move it into a brighter spot. Like, it's plenty rooted. Oh, just putting chunks of bark places, but it's plenty rooted in there. It's not like it's got root rot or anything, but it's been a very slow one, and I was not expecting it to be this slow, but it's making me like it less, unfortunately. Not that a plant needs to grow quickly in order for me to like it. That's definitely not the case. There's loads of plants I have that grow slowly that I do really love, but I feel like it's not done anything really in quite a long time, and that makes me sad. So is what it is, I guess. And then we've got this one, which I was under the impression that Rhaphidophora decursiva, this one, beautiful thing here, I was under the impression that these grew like incredibly quickly, and mine has done all of absolutely nothing in the over 6 months that I have had it. And I think potentially that could be my own fault. Ooh. Because if you look in there, I don't think that they gave me a top cut of this plant when I bought it. I think it is a middle cut, because there is, it's very hard to show you. There's that, which feels like it's a cut in there. And so maybe this entire time I've been waiting for it to sprout new growth, like entirely, like a whole new growth point. But it has just not done that, and not done anything, actually, which I am so sad about, because I was so excited when I got this one. I think I got it in my last haul of 2023, before the winter season came, and I was so ready to have another plant, another Rhaphidophora that grows just like crazy, because my Tetrasperma grows incredibly well. And I was hoping that this one would do similarly, but it has just done absolutely nothing, and I am actually really sad about it. So, I don't know. This one also lives just there, so in theory it should be getting plenty of light. But, yeah. I think it might just be because it's not a top cut. But I don't know what I could have done to do a better one. I almost want to buy a second one, like a new one, and hope that that one is a top cut. And if it is, then I can like join them together, and then this one can just like chill and be slow and or do nothing in the bottom of the pot, and that one can grow, and then it would be better, maybe. But as of now, this one's doing absolutely nothing, and I'm not bored of it, but pretty bored of it, because I was expecting so much out of this one, and it's not living up to those expectations, unfortunately. So and then last but not least, we have another Hoya. I'm surprised that 3 out of these 7 plants have been Hoyas, but at the same time I'm not, because I do find that Hoyas tend to grow quite slowly for me. But this is a Hoya polyura, and I do think that part of the reason this plant wasn't growing before, in like summer last year, was because it had flat mites. I know it had flat mites, I found them on it, I saw them, but since I have treated it, I don't think it has the flat mites anymore, but I am not sure that I have ever had any like new leaf growth on this one, ever. And I don't know why. Because like in theory it should grow really well. It's quite a big plant, it's quite established, it's got like a great root system in there. I'm not going to pull it out because I don't want to, but it's just all of the end bits have kind of shriveled and dried up instead of continuing to go on and grow, which makes me think that I'm doing something wrong with it, but I could not for the life of me tell you what, because it's doing nothing. And it makes me sad because this is one of my favorite Hoyas of all time, maybe. Like, I know I've had issues with it, but like the look of it, it's one of my favorites, and I just want it to keep growing, and I want to grow a big, long, bushy one, but it's not having it. So we're just gonna have to suffer through it, or with it. Like, it bloomed last year and everything, but people were saying they thought they were death blooms, and that might be the case. Maybe they were death blooms, and this is just generally a very unhappy plant, and it's struggling altogether. Maybe they were right. I didn't want to think that they were, but I don't know, because it's not dying either. So I really, 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 really do not know. I just want it to work out, and unfortunately it's not. So these are the plants that I am on the struggle bus with at the minute, and just really, I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's me doing something wrong. I don't know if it's the genes of the plant that are doing something wrong. They're not dying, but they're also not living their best lives, and I don't know what to do. Yeah, sorry, this video was like very unpositive. I try and keep my videos fairly lighthearted and positive if I can, but I am just in like weird purgatory with these, where they're not like in heaven doing good stuff and they're not in hell doing bad stuff. They're just like doing nothing in the middle. And I don't know, because I feel like I'd be fine if they were going either way. I mean, I'd be sad if they were going downhill, absolutely, but I would understand, like, I would get it. I would know that I needed to do something different, but the fact that they're doing nothing is just very confusing for me. So yeah, that's that. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too much of a downer, but I think it is also important to share that things are not always perfect, and growing wonderfully here, or growing good here on Good Growing, that is just not the reality. Sometimes there are plants that are just, and I don't know what to do about it. So yeah, it's totally normal. You're not alone if that is happening to you, and you can join me here in, I don't know what the heck to do with these plants purgatory. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Leave a comment on plants that you might be struggling with, or you're finding to be stuck in plant purgatory where they're not doing anything. They're just level and weird. Let me know them down below, and maybe we can help each other out, give each other tips on them. That's what a good community does. I would love that. And subscribe for more if you're not already. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Do not forget to keep growing. Bye!